All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Kings fans, we have got Kings basketball. It all starts tomorrow, October 23rd, in the high desert. I don't know if it's a high desert, but it's out in Phoenix, Talking Stick Resort Arena. We've got game one of 82 in this upcoming Sacramento Kings season, taking on the Phoenix Suns for game one. We're going to take a quick look at this matchup, see how your Kings might do in their first campaign of the 2019-2020 season. You are watching Capital City. That's right, Kings fans. We've got game number one of this season coming up against the Phoenix Suns. Here's a couple of quick takeaways and things to look forward to for this matchup. On the screen, you're seeing our preseason matchup against them from October 10th at Golden One Center. Kings took the win here. I'm personally expecting the same result in this regular season matchup. The Kings' projected starters are as expected. We've got Fox at the 1, Hield at the 2, Barnes playing the 3, Bagley down low at the 4, and Dwayne Dedmon in his debut at the 5 for us. The Suns looking with a similar starting lineup. It's only projected, no confirmation at this point, but they're going to be running Rubio, Booker, Oubre, Saric, and Ayton most likely as their starters for this upcoming matchup. Interesting note you can see here about the Suns starting lineup in the preseason. It was actually pretty woeful. Take a look at these plus-minus ratings. You'll notice that they're all minus. This is a Phoenix Suns team that is coming off of a pretty woeful 2018-2019 season and made some semi-questionable off-season moves, which no one's really sure if it's going to improve their roster overall. They added Ricky Rubio, which I think was a pretty solid move, coming in as their starting point guard. They traded TJ Warren, who was one of their top scorers last year, for cash. They brought in Aaron Baines as well as Dario Saric. So a couple of nice pieces, but for me, this team is still not at the level where they're going to be competing for a Western Conference playoff spot. Okay, so what are going to be some of the keys to the game for Sacramento? I think number one is pace and space. Get out and run. This is a Phoenix team that had one of the worst defensive ratings in all of basketball last season. They didn't really make any significant upgrades on the defensive end. Maybe with some experience, guys like Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Kelly Oubre, adding Ricky Rubio might add a bit more defensive presence, but to be honest, this is still probably not going to be a great defensive team. Kings have an opportunity to get out and really show what they can do in this pace and space offense under Luke Walton. I expect them to be raining threes in the desert. Key number two for Sacramento is going to be the point guard play. This might be a key every single game, I'll be honest with you guys. De'Aaron Fox taking on Ricky Rubio. I expect this to be a matchup very favorable to De'Aaron Fox. He has a size and reach advantage, clearly a speed and athleticism advantage. It's going to be up to De'Aaron to really set the tone on defense to make sure Ricky Rubio can't break down, get into the paint, facilitate offense, and get great shots for guys like Ayton and Booker. So I think the matchup between De'Aaron Fox and Ricky Rubio is going to be crucial. Another matchup I'm really looking forward to is actually going to be coming off of the bench. It's Richaun Holmes versus everybody. Richaun Holmes played for this Phoenix Suns team in 2018-2019, and as us Kings fans know and Suns fans know, that man can play some bully ball. I'm expecting him to come into the Talking Stick Resort Arena with a bit of a chip on his shoulder coming against his old team. I'm expecting him to crash the glass, get a couple of easy putback dunks, and really set the tone for that second unit coming in with Bogdanovic, Corey Joseph, who is officially healthy. We'll get to that in a moment. But Richaun Holmes versus everybody is another key matchup. Point of emphasis number 3 for this game is going to be control the glass. Now, this is a problem that the Kings had all of last season. They were in the bottom 5 in defensive rebounding last season, and that's just not a good look, especially if you're a team that's trying to get some stops and run in transition. I'd like to see this team, especially with newcomers Dwayne Dedmon and Richaun Holmes and emerging star in Marvin Bagley, really make it a priority to hit the glass and get out running. We may see a lot of missed shots, especially coming from Devin Booker, who has, a bit of a propensity to chuck from deep if he's not feeling his shot. To be fair, the man can seriously make it rain. I mean, he dropped, like 72 points in a game? But I digress, there's going to be opportunities to control the glass. We can't let DeAndre Ayton, Dario Saric, and the rest of the bigs on Phoenix control the glass. That's got to be one of the main priorities for this Kings team. Okay, so looking at some injury reports for the Kings, Harry Giles, unfortunately, is doubtful. He most likely will not play. There was a report on the Grant Napier show, Sports 1140 KHTK. Grant spoke personally to Harry. Harry's not quite ready to actually hit the court. He's going to be full-time practicing again sometime soon, but he is doubtful at this point for the opener against Phoenix. Corey Joseph, Trevor Ariza, De'Aaron Fox, they are all back in the lineup after sitting out the final preseason game against Melbourne United. Bogdan Bogdanovic in that group as well was a healthy scratch. He will be back in the lineup for the Kings. Taking a look at the injury report for the Suns, their 2 rookies drafted this year in the 2019 NBA draft will actually not be participating. Ty Jerome and Cam Johnson are both ruled out for this opener. It's a bit of a shame. I was looking forward to seeing both of them play. They're kind of both versatile, multi-positional guards/forwards. I really like Ty Jerome at the University of Virginia, and Cam Johnson from North Carolina was a guy that can really stretch the floor, knock down shots, played some decent defense. Reminds me a lot of Justin Jackson, another North Carolina product and former Sacramento King. But unfortunately for the Suns, those guys are out. This really hurts Phoenix's wing depth. They've got Kelly Oubre at the 3, and they're really going to be struggling to find extra depth at that 2, 3, and 4 positions. I think this is a great area for the Kings to exploit. Unfortunately, it has to come from injury, but those guys will not be playing for Phoenix. All right, so final prediction time. I'm going to look into my Crystal Capital City ball. We'll see what the final score will be. I have a result of Sacramento 108, Phoenix 99. I think this game will be a little bit close at times, but ultimately Sacramento's pace and depth will be the key determining factors in this victory. 108 is a pretty high margin. I think the Kings are capable of scoring a lot more throughout the course of this season. There's going to be a little bit of rust on this team. I'm going to anticipate some of the offensive sets are pretty new. This team did have an abbreviated training camp before they flew to India for the exhibition games against the Pacers. So I think some of the offensive systems are going to take a little while to click. But ultimately, I think this will be a win for the Sacramento Kings moving forward. Let me know if you think so as well. Drop a like down below. Let me know how you think this first game will go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.